The 8th of May. I began to fear as I wrote in this book that I was reading in too much detail. But now I am glad that I went into detail from the start, from there is something so strange about this place and everything in it that I cannot help but feel uneasy. I wish I were safely out of here, or that I had never come. It may be that this strange night existence is taking its toll on me. If only that were all. If there were any one to talk to, I could bear it, but there is no one. I have only Count to speak with, and here I fear I am myself, the only living soul within the place. Let me be plain so far as facts can be. It will help me to cope, and imagination mustn't run riot with me. If it does, I'm lost. I only slept a few hours when I went to bed, and feeling that I couldn't sleep any more got up. I had hung my shaving mirror by the window and was just beginning to shave. Suddenly I felt a hand on my shoulder, and I heard the Count's voice saying to me, "Good morning." I started, for it amazed me that I hadn't seen him, since the reflection of the mirror covered the whole room behind me. Having been startled, I had cut myself slightly, but I didn't notice it at that moment. Having answered the Count's greeting, I turned to the mirror again to see how I had been mistaken. This time there could be no mistake, for the man was behind me, and I could see him over my shoulder. But there was no reflection of him in the mirror. The whole room behind me was displayed, but there was no sign of a man in it, except myself. This was startling, and coming on the top of so many strange things was beginning to increase that vague feeling of uneasiness which I always feel when the Count is near. But at that moment I saw the cut had bled a little, and the blood was trickling over my chin. I put down the razor, turning as I did so half round to look for some stickling plaster. When the Count saw my face, his eyes blazed with a sort of demonic fury, and he suddenly made a grab at my throat. I pulled away, and his hand touched the rosary beads which held the crucifix. It made an instant change in him, for his anger passed so quickly that I could hardly believe that it was ever there. "Take care," he said. "Take care how you cut yourself. It is more dangerous than you think it in this country." Then, seizing the shaving mirror, he continued, "And this is the great thing that has done the mischief. Away with it!" And opening the window with one wrench of his terrible hand, he flung out the window, which shattered into 1,000 pieces on the stones of the country yard far below. Then he left the room without a word. It is very annoying, for I do not see how I am to shave, unless in my watch case or the bottom of the shaving pot, which is fortunately made out of metal. After breakfast, I did a little exploring in the castle. I went out on the stairs and found a room looking toward the south. The view was magnificent, and from where I stood there was every opportunity of seeing it. The castle is on the very edge of a terrific cliff. A stone falling from the window would fall for 1,000 feet without touching anything. But I am not able to describe beauty, for after I had seen this view I explored further. Doors, doors, doors everywhere, and all are locked and bolted. In no place except where the windows in the castle walls is there an available exit. The castle is a prison, and I am its prisoner.